Friends, let me discuss the structure of the answers for the questions asked on current affairs in test number 2 held on Saturday. The first question: in the colorful mosaic of Indian democracy lies a fundamental question that strikes the core of our democratic ethos. That is expenditure disparities in India's electoral system. So what needs to be done to remove this discrepancy and save democracy? Simply the question is about the expenditure disparities. The question is about expenditure disparities that are seen in Indian electoral system, and the answer should focus on removal of what need to be done to remove this discrepancy. Alright, so first of all bring out the constitutional elements of Article 324, Article 325. Then highlight the Supreme Court judgment saying free and fair elections as a basic structure of Indian Constitution. That means bring out Supreme Court judgment, use the Representation to People's Act of 1951, which imposes a limit on election expenditure. Right? So Representation to People's Act 1951, which imposes a cap, which imposes a limitation on election expenditure. Then this should be the first 3 lines of your answer, that is first 3 paragraphs or first 3 points. Then highlight the disparities. Highlight the disparities in the 4th paragraph. Now to highlight this we require some data. Right, data on election expenditure by different political parties. Right, so and coming to what needs to be done. What needs to be done? So here, so use the recommendations given. Use the recommendations given by law commissions. Use the recommendations given by different committees on election reforms, particularly the committee which has prescribed the election expenditure. Also recommend the state funding of elections, which is given by law commission. So give these recommendations, and along with this give your own recommendations. So out of 5 remedial measures or 5 recommendations, 3 should be a standard one and 2 should be your own personal. That means just don't by heart and write the answers, because UPSC doesn't want these kind of spoon feedings. So UPSC wants even what you call the individual opinions. So there should be an individual opinion, at the same time there should be a standard opinion. So write at least 3 to 4 such what you call remedial measures. So this should be the structure of the answer. Alright, so start your answer with the constitutional provisions, Supreme Court judgments, then go for what is the issue, that is the disparities. Use some data and write this should be the highlight part. So this part, so this should constitute your 40% of answer. This should be the 40% of answer, and this should be the 60% of the answer. That means the majority of answers should be around the recommendations. Alright, this is what about the structure of the answer for first question. Coming to the second question, the Supreme Court of India's extension of constitutional right to life and equality to the right to be free of ill effects of climate change is a potential ray of hope in the midst of glooming ecological scenario. However, it has flaws in the judgment. So recently Supreme Court has highlighted, it has held that every individual has the right to be free from ill effects of climate change. That means Supreme Court has highlighted, Supreme Court has identified this right as a right to life and liberty. So it is a constitutional right, but and it has given directions to the government of the day to take all the remedial measures so that the individual's right of free from ill effects of climate change can be protected. But in this process, that means the impact of the judgment is promoting of renewable energies, alright, using of alternate source of energies. So this is what the impact of the judgment. But the other side of the coin, if you take other side of the coin, so the impact of this judgment on the other side is the kind of destruction that is unforeseen, the unforeseen destructions, the extinction of species, right, extinction of what you call the land, right. So the violation of ecosystems, alright. So there is an impact on ecosystems, there is an impact on the species, there is an impact on the original inhabitants of the area. Say for example, alright, the issue of promoting hydroelectricity, we have seen the issues of Himalayas, right, the the disastrous impact of constructing hydroelectric projects in Himalayas, the landslides, the collapse of the tunnels. We have seen construction of wind panels to promote wind energy, how it has lost the ecosystem, right. So how promotion of solar energy led to extinction of species. So these are the unforeseen consequences of promoting clean energies. So clean energy is definitely important, but there should be a clear balance between the need for clean energy at the same time protecting the environment, right. So climate change, the ill effects of climate change should not be mitigated at the cost of environment, alright. So first highlight the Supreme Court judgment, alright, then highlight the right that is conferred by Supreme Court judgment, alright, then write about the measures that are taken to uphold this right. Now go to the actual answer, that is the flaws in the judgment, that is you should highlight the unforeseen consequences of this promoting clean energies or promoting renewable energies on environment. Unforeseen situations or unforeseen impact on environment, on the ecosystems, on the species conservations, alright. So this should be the answer, but here the conclusion should be in a highly balanced way. So because we require clean we require technologies that promote that can mitigate the ill effects of climate change. At the same time we should also promote environment. So we require technologies that can really promote clean technologies that can really observe the ill effects of climate change, at the same time protection of environment. So this should be a balanced conclusion for this answer, alright. Going to the next question. The aim of reservation should be towards a continuous pursuit of social justice while maintaining a harmonious balance with equality guaranteed in the Constitution. So in this regard, how far subcategorization is justified, alright. So the question is about reservations, alright, and the question is about justification of subcategorization, because there is a recent recently the Rohini committee has submitted the report, and even a Supreme Court has constituted a KG Balakrishnan committee to deal with this subcategorization. So in this backdrop, this question was framed. So the question is about reservations. All right. So first of all, talk about goal of reservation, goal of constitution. So in our preamble, there is a clear goals of justice, equality. All right. So talk about the goals of what you call constitution, right? That is the goal of equality and justice. Then why these reservations were brought, the need for bringing reservations. All right. Then what kind of changes were brought by reservation laws. So here the question is about intention of reservations. So changes were brought, that is in Article 15, Article 16. So how these Article 15, Article 16 were amended, so in order to promote equality and justice. Alright, now focus more on misuse of reservations. So lack of a specified criteria or exact criteria for reservations, right, which is the reason for misuse of reservations. Alright, so then how subcategorization will help to overcome this misuse, right? And while answering this question, use Supreme Court case laws. While answering these questions. You can use Indira Shane case, you can use Nagarajan case, you can use Ashok Thakur case, 103rd Amendment Act, 95th Amendment Act, 93rd Amendment Act. You can use these case laws, you can use these amendments. So don't write answers without case laws and don't write answers without constitutional provisions along with the amendments, right? Going to the next question. In 2023, India overtook Japan to become the world's third highest producer of solar power, right? As said by the report, as given in the report by International Energy Analytics Agency. So in this regard, discuss some of the technologies that can revolutionize energy sector. So it is already accepted that India has become the third country in the world to have, alright, to have solar power. So third largest country to produce solar power. It has been declared. Now the question is about, right, what kind of technologies that can be used to increase, to revolutionize this energy sector, right? So first, bring start your answers with some of the statistics. So use some data to show that India has surpassed Japan. India is a third highest producer of solar energy. So we need to prove it. In order to prove it, we require data. Alright. So first to prove that India is third highest producer of solar power. Then go for, alright, challenges. But these challenges should be only one or two. Right? Only 1 or 2 points about challenges. Because the answer is about technologies. The entire answer is about technologies that can increase this energy sector, that can revolutionize this energy sector. So highlight 2 or 3 technologies. So your 80% of answers should revolve around these technologies. Alright, solar photovoltaic cells, technologies on this. Right? So highlight some of these technologies and then conclude the answer, because without highlighting, without mentioning challenges, there is no point in prescribing technologies. When you are prescribing technologies, you should highlight the challenges, but challenges is not a part of our answer. Our answer is about technologies. So write 1 or 2 challenges, then go for technologies, right? So this is about the answer. Next, moving on to the last question. As generative AI continues to mature, newer, more complex threats have arisen So in this backdrop, it is imperative that an AI infused world needs matching cyber security. So today we are talking much about misuse of cyber security, misuse of artificial intelligence. Right, the fake calls of kidnappers in America. We have seen, right, there is a fake video, fake images being created even at the highest level. Even we see in what you call the fake images of the ministers are being used. Right, so what you call celebrities are being done. So there is what called artificial intelligence is important, but there is also a challenge. So what kind of cyber security or what kind of measures to protect this AI should be promoted? So it is about, the question is about cyber security. So definitely you can expect these kind of questions in UPSC mains. Alright, because today the world is talking about AI. Alright, so first of all, what is AI? The answer is, first part of the answer is what is AI, then bring out the instances of misuse of AI, you can call it as misuse of AI, or challenges posed by AI, particularly the practical incidences. Then now the need for cyber security, right? So what kind of measures are required? To protect this AI infused world? Alright, so this should be the answer. Right, so I have given the structure of answers, so please do follow this structure and rewrite the answers. Alright, so I would like the students to follow the structures, so this will be helpful to you. I think it is more helpful to you. Alright, and write the answers. Alright, so all these are taken from the newspapers, mainly from Hindu as well as from Indian Express.